Hey everybody, Becky Lynn here, and guess what? I'm headed to Mexico to talk to Chris Crawford, my insurance guy at American Family, and to see about, and also to get an advance on my credit card. I am going in debt up to my eyebrows for this little project, my autobiography, my big trip of a lifetime this summer. And so if I can get the advance on my credit card, I found, you won't believe this, oh my word, a 1972 Dodge Sportsman camper, 72. I mean, what I always considered the best year of my life, and until this year. And anyway, the guy wants like $2,300 for it. It's only had one owner. It's got 70,000 miles on it. So I am going to totally pimp this guy out, this girl out. It's I've already named her Gilda. We're going to paint her so the outside so that everybody knows she's coming. Paisley, peace signs, flowers. It's going to be awesome. And deck out the inside so the Mr. Bingley and Mr. Darcy can travel along with me, and I can park it anywhere. This is going to be my new home. If I'm a gypsy, I might as well be a gypsy. Yes. And I am just, I'm just so excited. This guy, Frank, that's selling her to me, used to be a marketing director for the Blue Note in Colombia. So he's got the hookup. Says he's going to help me even get it set up for my recording and playing my music, because if I can't have BexTrek go along with me around the country, then I'll have to have all my good indie music playing on my playlists. My Portugal the Man and St. Paul and the Broken Bones and all the good stuff that I love to listen to. I love my indie music. There's a train going by. You can hear the whistle. I love train graffiti. Anyway, just headed to Mexico to go to the bank and go to the American Family and see about getting insurance on my old ancient 45-year-old RV, and then I'll go pick it up this afternoon so I can begin getting it ready. I've got we're about 7 months out from the trip, so got to start getting things in place. And then inside, I've already got my dream kitchen waiting in my storage unit. Some beautiful Pioneer Woman things, tablecloths and napkins and dishes, and some bright red cookware, and it's just going to be bright and beautiful and very much vintage styling, very much from my heyday, from the era. And so I'm hoping to be able to do interviews in the cities that I stop in and really make this a fun trip. So I'm just, it's so serendipitous. It's just so me, the way that my life is going now. I was sitting in church yesterday and I turned on my phone and this page pops up on the trade, on the swap page on Facebook, and it was this 1972 camper. I mean, how is that for serendipity? I mean, it just, you know, it's like it was telling me. I was sitting in church and the page just opened up. So I went to look at it last night, and it's just lovely. I mean, of course it's worn, you know, the cabinets are worn and the seats are worn, but it's gonna get some brand new upholstery, and I will put my memory foam mattress up there to sleep on, because I am 61 years old. I will be at the time of the trip. I'm 60 now. I'll be 60 until next month, December 20th, when I turn 61. So these old bones need memory foam, or a pillow top mattress. And so I'll put that, you know, up on the top bunk, and then there's like a little twin bunk, and in there, and a little table and everything. So I'm really excited to go in and do a new paint job, and on the inside, in the interior, and decals and love beads, and I'm giddy. I mean, it was just like it was meant to be, me and Gilda. I used to call my GPS Gilda, but now this will be Gilda 2, the RV camper, 45 years old. And anyway, I love it, and I'm thankful for God, the powers of the universe that brought her to me. So hopefully everything goes through and it won't be too expensive. I'm going to have to drop the insurance on my other 2 vehicles, I'm sure, and just kind of stay home and eat lots of apples, and which will be good for me anyway to get it paid for. But I really believe in this project, and I think it's going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. I just can't wait until I can get out there on the road, and looking forward to retracing the steps of my life, and seeing all 49 continental states, and especially getting to see those places that I've always wanted to see. I have never been to New Orleans. I've never been to San Francisco. I want to see Denver. I want to look out over the Grand Canyon. I want to see Chicago, Detroit, Key West. I think I want to get out to Key West. Let's see. Virginia Beach. Now, I was, of course, in Hampton when I was 5 weeks old. Don't remember too much of it. So I look forward to being there. I've been to the Outer Banks, of course, and places along the eastern seaboard quite a bit, and driving that Pacific Coast Highway, I just really am looking forward. I'm going to take that up on my way to Alaska and Seattle. Oh my goodness. Kurt Cobain, one of my favorite people. Can't wait to get to Seattle. Gonna stop and see you, Dennis Tolman. I'm gonna stop and visit. And Hannah and Thomas, of course, will be seeing you. Aaron, when I get up to New York, you're gonna be my first stop on this trip. Probably before I even start the trip, I'm going to see you and that little Anya, and you and Janice and Anya. I cannot, before I even start this trip, I'm going to see you because it's long overdue. So, Tom Shizano, Mike Lorello, I'll be seeing you. Marie Price Lacey up in Jefferson City. I can't believe I've been in Missouri this long and haven't seen you. So anybody that went to any of the high schools that I went to, D'Iberville High School in D'Iberville, Mississippi, Knob Noster High School, Knob Noster, Missouri, Tuscola High School, Waynesville, North Carolina, Bangor High School, Bangor, Maine. What am I missing? John Jay High School, San Antonio, Texas. Southside High School, San Antonio, Texas. Any of those? You'll have to contact me at beckytheauthor@gmail.com. That's BECKYTHEAUTHOR@gmail.com. Send me an email and let me know if you were at any of those schools during the 70s, and if you knew me. It was Becky Rickman. I would have been back then. I am now. After being a Norris, a Wilson, I'm back to Rickman again. So I look forward to speaking to you. I was kind of the first part of high school, a geek, and then I was a freak. And always a straight A student, but kind of a party girl, a bit of an outsider. It was weird. I was kind of an enigma because I was one of those kids that was in the science club and the Latin club and the chess club and all those geeky clubs, but I was outside smoking a joint with the other kids, so, you know, just never really knew my place because I was never in any one place long enough. Well, I gave you the string of high schools, so that tells you how often we moved. So I was never one place long enough to establish myself in a group. So, anyway, and then of course there's all the elementary schools. I don't even remember friends. Let's see, in San Antonio when I was younger, Russell Youngman, I remember him, and Steve Johnson, cute redheaded kid. He was my first date. His parents took us out. Let's see, we went out, gosh, how old was I? Can't remember. I think it was about 12. And his parents took him and I out to the Symphony and to McDonald's. It was like my first time, 12, it was my first time going out to eat fast food. I remember that. And then we went to the Symphony, got all dressed up. And it was weird for me because Russell and Steve and I were like tomboys. We were always hanging out and, you know, riding bikes together and everything, and I was a real tomboy. So getting dressed and going out to the Symphony and fast food, that was a big deal for me. But I always had kind of a crush on that redheaded Steve Johnson. So anyway, fun remembering, and I can't wait to get back to these old places that I lived and recreating these memories and trying to remember all the things that happened. So anyway, I'm almost to Mexico. Can't wait to get to the bank, get this money, go get this RV, get it insured, and drive it home and start pimping it out. So signing off for now.